queue to catch up later. There's a lot to listen to. So get started and download the free Odyssey app today.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling. All opinions or statements expressed on the program are solely those of Investor Schooling or their guests and do not reflect the opinions of WPHT or Odyssey.
WPHT, WPHT-HD, WOGL HD3 Philadelphia. From the Cherry Hill Volvo Studios, where relationships matter. Always live on the free Odyssey app. This is Investor Schooling Live with your host, Larry Steinhaus, CEO of Investor Schooling.
All right, everybody, good afternoon. Welcome to Investor Schooling Live. Hey, Investor Schooling Live is transmitting from the Investor Schooling Studios right here in Investor Schooling headquarters. If you ever stop by and you guys want to see a tour of the studio, I'd love to give you a tour of the studio. I am Larry Steinhaus. I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. I want to thank you for listening, and I want you to get ready to learn real estate investing, stock options trading, and so many more things about money that I bet you didn't even know. Hey, you can call us anytime during the show with your questions at 855-939-1137. So I know some of you guys have been waiting a week to ask a question. So put it in your phone right now, 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137, 855-939-1137. That's right, we're a live program, and you can call anytime during the show. We'll take your call. Don't worry what the topic is. We'll take your question about anything that has to do with money, finances, or sometimes even politics. Hey, we're also live on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. And if you're watching on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or YouTube, please say hi so we know we're there. And, hey, look, it's really the only way I know you're watching if you are. At Investor Schooling, we teach real estate investing, stock options trading, how to save money in taxes, how to be financially free, and we even give you the motivation to make money work for you instead of you working for money. Investor Schooling is located in Bucks County, right off the Newtown Bypass, serving the New Jersey and greater Philadelphia areas in a real brick-and-mortar building. Our students are located in several states with our exclusive web access to our classes and seminar. Get ready to learn something new. Get ready to learn the business of entrepreneurship, real estate investing, and stock options trading from your friendly neighborhood financial expert. Hey, that's me, Larry Steinhaus. And also, Dr. Deb.
Hey, everybody. I'm here. I'm back.
So, Dr. Deb, you make this show so much better. You know why?
I know, because you keep asking me back. I'm waiting for you to just say, just come on full time.
Well, you are on full time. I mean, every week I ask you, so you just come, right?
I know. I just show up. I need to stop doing that. I just show up.
Yeah, you just stop asking. Just know the real question is whether we're going to be on at 10 o'clock or whether we're going to be on at
2 o'clock.
At 2 o'clock, because that's the problem, right?
Yeah.
So today, of course, we're on at 2 o'clock, and then we have all the people. It's funny because like somebody came in the other day. Somebody showed up the other day, right? And what they do? They said they were saying something about Penn State. They were listening to the Penn State games. So it all depended on the Penn State games, but he was always making sure to listen to us either at 10 or 2. He had our schedule down, but he was always, depending on whether Penn State was going on or not, which I thought was pretty funny because my kid goes to Penn State. So, I did the whole we are thing, but he didn't get it. So maybe he's not really a Penn State person. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. But the point was that he was, so when the Penn State games are on, we're moved to 10 o'clock, but he missed us. He would have rather listened to us is what he said when he came in. He's a fan. It's great. We have fans, and if anybody out there wants to come meet us, you can come Thursday night to a complimentary class. Don't worry about it. Just come to the class. You don't have to. You have to go, I don't want to join your school. I just want to meet you guys. I don't care. Just come. Who cares? It doesn't matter to me. Just come. We have a good time when you come. Everybody who comes has a good time, and they get pictures with the Stock option consultant, yeah. So if you've never had a picture taken with the stock option consultant, you don't know what you're missing. It is great when the picture gets taken with the stock option consultant. It's just so much fun. The stock option consultant comes out and does this little dance and tells you about the stock market. I'm telling you, it's like not normal. I'm not normal, am I, Deb?
No, you're not normal.
No, I'm definitely not normal.
I'm learning to deal with you.
I know it's like you can't deal with me.
No.
Just ask the tax collector in West Norton.
Yeah, you'll have to share that story. I think you shared some of it.
So
but I
can share some of it because now there's 2 lawsuits going on over it. So.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I mean, I don't really care. I've never understood that. Like, when they say, well, there's a lawsuit going on, so I can't talk about it. I never understood why. But part of it, Lois online says, yeah, no, I'm not normal. She knows that. That's absolutely true. So real quick. So I never understood why they say you can't discuss it. You can. I guess the question is you might say something that could hurt you, or you might say something slanderous against the other person that isn't true. like when the tax collector filed a false police report against me saying that I assaulted him when I didn't, something like that, where he could get, he's going to get himself in a lot of trouble for that one. He's going to get himself in a lot of trouble for.
I think you just like having fun with that kind of stuff, and you get a high off those lawsuits and getting all that stuff going. Yeah, it's like a high for you.
Now I got ChatGPT.
I know. I saw that stuff you posted on ChatGPT.
I'm telling you, this thing is amazing. So if you guys haven't played with ChatGPT, now most of our audience, is our age or, our age average. Right? Okay. Actually, you're 10 years younger than me.
I'm a little younger than you. I got carded the other night. It was so awesome. I was pretty excited about that.
Don't worry. Don't be excited. They were a new server. They have to card everybody.
Just go with it. Just let me have a moment of excitement. Come on, really? I was very excited.
So ChatGPT, if you guys haven't been playing with this yet, go play with this. Now, it's funny because I wrote legal documents for these lawsuits I'm in. Actually, I didn't write it. ChatGPT wrote it.
So I have a little bit of concerns about it just because I write for a living, and that's actually, what I do. So I have a little bit of concerns about ChatGPT. So
you should do? You should actually test it. Okay. So you're writing something on whatever, medical stuff that you write on.
Yeah.
Why don't you take something you wrote, just give it the basic facts, and have it write however you do it, if it's a, whatever copy, whatever, right, and see what it comes up with. Because I've been pretty impressed by a lot of it. Now, it makes mistakes. You got to read it. It makes mistakes.
Right, but everything I write has to be like solidly referenced, like solid. Like I can't write a sentence without it having a reference next to it.
So ask it.
Ask it to reference?
Ask it for the reference. It's bizarre. The more and more you treat it like a human, the better it works.
Okay.
That's what I'm finding. I'm finding if I had a conversation with you, hey Debbie, can you get me the scissors in the next room? And then you come back and you say, I can't find the scissors. Oh, they're on my desk. Oh, I can't find the scissors. They're not on your desk. Oh, maybe they're in the desk. But if you actually said, hey, my scissors might be on my desk, go find them, you would find them, right? I know it's a really bad analogy, I guess, but the concept is when you start to see it, it's absolutely amazing, and I find it so fascinating.
And it
really
learns,
works.
Yeah, and it learns the more you use it, right?
That's what it learns the more
you use it. Okay,
right. And I don't even know. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write a new intro to the show. So the intro I do, I'm going to write a new intro using ChatGPT.
Yeah, you should do that.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. When we go to commercial, I'm going to ask ChatGPT
to write
a new intro, all right? And just curious to see what it comes up with, and I'll read it, and we'll see what it comes up with. That's fun.
All right,
but
do that.
Let's talk about real estate, because real estate is fun. By the way, you guys, if you ever watched it, I actually did a ChatGPT demonstration for free on Facebook, and I did it for free to have anybody learn about how they could write real estate letters with it. Yeah. But I don't want to go there, because right now everybody's like, they're all in their car going, Larry, talk about something else. We're falling asleep.
Okay. Well, I got my top unit rented today. I'm so excited. I drove all the way out there this morning, and I had a couple of people show up, and I got my top unit rented. So now the duplex is completely rented out. So I'm super excited. Everybody moves in the next couple weeks. And then I have a contractor who will be starting in 2 weeks to do the plumbing, the electrical, and the heating on the back quad. Mm-hmm. So I'm super excited to get that going. And I got this absolutely outrageous estimate for a contractor to do drywall and
that was ridiculous.
The flooring. So this estimate came out to $60,000, no materials included.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it was just
$30,000-$40,000 with materials is what I expected.
Yeah, $60,000. Like, because I looked at it and I'm like, I'm reading this wrong, but across the top it says no materials. And then he reached out to me to say, hey, did you get it? And I'm like, I got it. I don't think I'm reading this right. I'm like, it seems a bit expensive considering nothing's included. He's, I can give you 10% off. And I'm like, of what? 10% off of what? Of your services, and you still want me to pay $40,000 for materials? So I was pretty frustrated with that, I have to tell you.
So you know what happened? You know what he did? He did the old, hey, there's some woman, she doesn't know what she's talking about.
And I think that's exactly it.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you something right now. If you're a guy doing that, you're stupid. Yeah. Because it's clear that women are smarter than men.
Say that again.
I said it's clear that women are smarter than men, right? Listen, guys, you guys listen to this, right? You always say that, you know that, right? we could say that privately. We could say what we think privately. But whenever you're in front of a woman, you always say that women are smarter than men, right? So if you guys are,
it'll get you farther. Absolutely,
right. So if I insulted anybody, who's listening on, Debbie I muted her microphone. I mean her headphones. She didn't hear that. So like I said, women are smarter than men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Do you want to hear something interesting though? Speaking of men and women, so you got about the ice cream store.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, I'm opening an ice cream store in Wilsonboro, Pennsylvania. It's about an hour from here, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of an interesting story. But real quick, I just wanted to let you know. So we're opening in about 3 weeks. We were trying to open April 1st. We're just not going to make it. We just don't have everything ready. I mean, I actually could open April 1st, but I think that would be a big mistake. My crew wouldn't be trained anyway. Okay. So Goran, my partner in this, he's I actually just real quick. Maybe I should tell the story a little while, but just so you know that he's interviewing people to work there.
That's right. He interviewed like 5 people or something yesterday.
Yeah, he interviewed 5 yesterday, 5 today.
Okay.
You want to know what? All girls.
Oh, really?
No men.
Okay.
No boys, no men.
Okay.
Now we're across the street from a high school, so it's a great place, great location.
So that's not a bad thing, actually.
But then I thought about this.
You probably want girls there.
No, I do. But think about this. Have you ever gone into an ice cream shop and found a man working there?
So I used to work at Baskin-Robbins years ago, and there were a couple guys who were working there.
Right. That was years ago. But
yeah.
I have been to every ice cream store I've been to lately because I'm visiting a lot of ice cream stores. You know why, right?
Yeah.
Because I have to sample ice cream, right?
Yeah, and check their freezer out. I think that's a big thing with Electro-Freeze or something.
No, I just want to go to ice cream store and eat ice cream and come up with an excuse that I need to taste their ice cream.
All right.
Because I love ice cream.
Okay.
That's the real reason.
So I came into the office the other day, and there was 6 people around the table, and there was ice cream everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So, because I had no idea what was going on, and they're like, Deb, come and sit and eat ice cream. And I'm like, what's going on? And there must have been, 8 flavors on the table, and everybody's around just sampling ice cream. So it was just kind of hysterical, actually. It was completely unplanned, but it was, of all days for me to come in early, that was the day.
Yeah, you came in right. So we would taste testing ice cream. So actually, if you anybody's out there listening, if you go to Facebook and you go to the Ice Cream Corner Easton Facebook page, the Ice Cream Corner Easton, you actually see the picture that we took of all the ice creams we were testing. So I actually put a joke on Facebook and I said, we're tasting ice cream, we're tasting ice cream cones, and we're tasting toppings. It's a tough job, but somebody has to do it.
I know, right?
And it was great. And you do know we still have some more ice cream.
I know we had some the other day. Actually,
I know. We have like 3 or 4 containers left.
The chocolate, I like the chocolate.
That chocolate was really good.
Chocolate
was
really good.
That was really good.
I really like that.
So this is all the ice cream.
Was good too. So.
Right. So this is all the ice cream we're gonna be carrying. So I see. You're looking at the messages online.
Well, no. Joe says ask for a scope of work. I did actually. I got it. Was a pretty detailed
let's at least
list.
bring people back to where we were.
Okay, right.
Because now they're thinking of scoop of work, which would be ice cream, right?
Right. So I had asked a guy who
the contractor.
So this contract was actually recommended to me by our friends in the New Jersey RIA because they know a ton of people all over the place. And they always yell at me for not reaching out to them when I need contractors. And they're like, Deb, we have people everywhere. I reached out to her and I said, hey, I need a builder actually out there. So she recommended a builder. I said, I need a contractor out there. And she recommended a contractor. And then a couple other people recommended some electricians and some plumbers and blah, 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 whatever. So this guy came from a friend of somebody at New Jersey RIA. So
This was the contractor, the drywall contractor?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So
this guy just trying to take advantage of you.
Yeah, no, I got that because when I first saw it, I'm like, yeah, something's off here. But maybe with materials, but no, it was completely just contract hours or just labor. So I was looking at everything, and I remember because I showed it to you, and I'm like, this stuff just seems really off to me. And I looked at it, and then I was talking to him on text for a little bit because he was just kind of, I don't know why people don't want to pick up the phone and call. I think it's just a weird thing, but he was pretty persistent about just doing everything on text. And I told him I didn't really understand his estimate. I couldn't understand if this was labor and materials, or is this just labor, or is this just materials? He's like, oh, it's just labor. Oh, I'll give you 10% off, or I can give you another % off.
So 10% is $6,000.
I know, but
No, but listen to this. If he's already saying I'm going to take $6,000 off, he's clearly out of his mind. if his estimate was $60,000, he'd take $6,000 off. You know what that means? He absolutely was trying to rip you off.
Yeah.
Call him back up and say, I'll give you 25 grand, and if you don't finish the job on time, you give me the 25 grand back.
I don't even want to deal with somebody like that.
Exactly,
it's not even worth it.
Right, because you're already in that position.
Yeah, I've already learned my lesson. So I did reach out to the New Jersey RIA folks to say, hey, just to let you know, and I showed them the contract he gave me to say, hey, be careful about recommending this guy because he, is clearly trying to rip me off.
Yeah.
So she looked at it too, and she's like, "You're kidding. This is not right." And she was pretty upset with it as well. So
yeah, and this is what happens. You're dealing with the wrong people. If you go to somebody who is connected to hundreds and hundreds of real estate investors, you don't want to rip them off. You want to help them.
Yeah, you would think, but he's definitely not in that vein. I did. So it was interesting. Joe, thank you so much. So I did get a couple plumbers out there. I did get a couple electricians. So the electricians were all in the same ballpark. They were off maybe within $2,000 for 3 different electricians. So they were all in the same ballpark. So at least I know that electrician rate was right.
I thought that number was right too when you gave it to me.
Yeah. So
and the plumbing number I thought was right too.
Yeah, I did get another estimate, and his estimate was 20, but it didn't include any materials. And I'm still waiting on one heating guy, but I did sign a contract with that one guy who does the heating, he gave me a discount too for the heating, the plumbing, the electrician, and included all materials, and it had start and stop dates. It had when this is completed, this is when I get paid, and then if it's not done within, it's $150 a day for every time he's late. So, and he was willing to do it. I said, treat me as a commercial customer, and he's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, you're not getting this until this is done. I want timelines. I want everything. And he was very happy to do it, which was fantastic. So,
all right. So this was the property that you went to school on, and you had learned. You have no idea how many lessons. I mean, I know you realize it, but the next property is going to be so much easier for you.
God, I hope so.
So for the people who don't know, Deb bought. I mean, she bought a shell that might not even have been that actually might have been a broken shell. That's how bad it was. You could see sunlight from you could see sunlight from the house, right, from inside the house, right. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, there were a lot of windows missing. The roof was leaking,
and it was right. It was all. I mean, it was just, there was nothing in it. There was no kitchens, no bathrooms, no plumbing, no electric, and whatever's in there had to be removed. There was no walls. There was no nothing. She bought a complete shell, and this was the first project you've ever done of this scope.
Yeah,
which is amazing. I mean, and I've said it before on the radio. I said, sell it.
Yeah.
Just take the money to make a wholesale fee and sell it. But Deb said no, she's going to do it. And then once I realized she was definitely going to do it, I helped her all I can with advice and how to get through some of the issues. And I'll tell you what, I'm by the way, I'm so proud of you. I'm so impressed at how you did this because it's amazing. But the really cool part about this is now she knows. She hired this. She hired the Three Stooges to come in and do the contracting work. And they gave her a ridiculously low price. She thought that was going to work. Then she's not. She's done with all the money she gave them, and she realizes that they're not even a quarter of the way done with the project yet.
Yeah,
and now, now she's getting real estimates from real people. That's going to change too. So you're stepping up, and when you step up, it makes a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that property is going to be the cornerstone of your investing career. Now you've got the 4-unit in the back. You got a 2-unit in the front.
Yep.
Then you got the lot next door that you're going to build from scratch 4 more units.
Right. So I got the estimate on that.
Right.
So $700,000 is the initial estimate, and I have the architect already done. Like with the initial drawings, everything's been approved by the zoning board. So I had to get a couple variances for spaces and stuff, but everything's all squared away. And now I need to get like the full-blown drawings from the architect.
That's amazing. So it's amazing. I'm so impressed that you're doing it. I've never done anything like that. So to know that you're doing it is great.
I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited.
I'm going to write the chat GPT thing in a couple of minutes. But next week it's going to be good afternoon and welcome to Investor Schooling. I'm Dr. Debbie Anderson and I'm the CEO of Investor Schooling. And that would be fine with me, by the way.
There we go. Yeah.
All right. So real quick, anybody out there want to give us a call? 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. We're talking about a bunch of stuff today, but you can talk about anything you want. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. I see a bunch of people online saying, hi, thanks so much. Hey, Mo. Great to see you. We're gonna be in California again next week if you want to get together. Anyway, 855-939-1137. Hey Mo, give us a call and tell us about what you do. I was gonna introduce you, but I decided I'd rather you call us and tell us who you are, tell us what you do, and tell us how, and let people know how connected we are to some really cool people. So Mo, if you're listening, give us a call, 855-939-1137. Unless he popped in, said hi, and laughed, who knows. But 855-939-1137. All right. And you'll get to talk to Sean. Sean's a cool guy. He's our producer over at PHT. He'll put you through to us right away. I see we got Lucas saying hi on YouTube as well. All right. So
I had something really interesting happen to me this week, and I was really excited about it. I know I already told you, but because I've been spending so much money at Home Depot, I got somebody reach out to me for, I forget what it's called, but it's like a specialized servicer.
The Pro Extra.
That's it, Pro Extra, where they have somebody dedicated just for you, blah, 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 blah. So I met with, I think his name was Steve. I don't know. I met with him on Tuesday, and I ended up going to the wrong Home Depot because I scheduled it at the wrong Home Depot, and I just never noticed because I guess I didn't pay attention. But I'm sitting with him for like half an hour. He's asking me all kinds of questions, and what do you do this, and how about this, and blah, blah, blah. And I guess I hit whatever number that I had to hit for spending that much.
Sure.
And they were being proactive because I knew I was going to hit the $250 mark within the next, 6 months probably. So I thought that was really cool. So now if I have any issues or I need something ordered, I go to him, I tell him my order, and then they deliver it to the job site. And apparently I got approved for it.
That's great.
And then he sends me something the other day. He's like, hey, I know that you said I'm going to need probably like 4,500 square feet of flooring. And he's like, hey, we're having a sale on it. It goes till the end of April. He's like, it's like 15% off, I'm like, ooh. So I reached out to somebody about flooring. I'm like, give me an estimate on what it would cost for the flooring, and then maybe I can get all this flooring delivered, and then I can get all the sheetrock, and I can get all the other stuff. So I'm pretty excited about having somebody who's just for me, because I don't know.
That's kind of cool.
I know, it's exciting. It's like, it's me stepping up, and I thought that was pretty sharp. I'm excited about that.
So this is kind of cool. So it's funny. And Joe, if you're still listening, Joe is my contractor. He's saying hi online. But the funny thing about Joe is I handed Joe my credit card, my Home Depot credit card, and they gave me those same calls. So now I have like $1,000 in free stuff from Home Depot that Joe's not using. I've got 10% off coupons that Joe's not using. I'm spending extra money. But so we got two calls, but I actually want to go to Mo first. So I know Dennis called first, but hold on, Dennis, because Mo's calling in. He's from the Los Angeles Tribune, and I just think it's so cool that the owner of the Los Angeles Tribune is calling us. What's up, Mo?
Hello, Larry.
How are you, man?
Debbie. Great to see the two of you. A pleasure to be with you. I was listening to your program, which I just can't believe that this incredible program is available for people free of charge online on social media. So if you're on Facebook or if you're on social media and you're not listening to the Investor School Radio, I don't know what's wrong with you.
You are such a schmoozer, man. I tell you.
Thank you.
When I met you in California, you did the same thing. You definitely is a schmoozer.
You're such a schmoozer. Yeah, right. So wait. Hey, let's make fun of Mo. So just real quick. So just so you know. So what's it? It was 2 weeks ago. Debbie and I were in Los Angeles. Yeah. We went to the Best You Expo. It was a lot of fun. And at that point, a couple of people, including myself, got a leadership award, and Mo presented it to me, and I thought that was really, really cool. Thank you, Mo. I really appreciate that. That's all over Facebook as well, because he thought I was a great leader. Because I told him where the bathroom was, right?
Well, someone has to point that out, When you gotta go, you gotta go.
There you go. That's right.
So Mo. By the way, both Debbie and I are going to be in California this week again. We're going to Secret Knock. I don't know if anybody out there probably doesn't even know what we're talking about. Doesn't matter. Are you going to be there, by the way?
I don't think I will be there,
okay.
But we should still find time to get together. We'll talk about that. So
right. Okay.
Glad to see that the two of you are coming back to California. Glad to see that the last trip didn't dishearten you from banning California from your repertoire. So I'm looking forward to at least trying to see you guys.
Well, that's awesome, man, and I appreciate you. And Mo, we'll talk to you soon, and thanks so much, man. I really appreciate you calling in. Let's go over to Dennis. What's going on, Dennis?
Hey, Larry.
What's happening?
I'm taking a break. I'm just taking a break. I'm putting a floor in a closet. So I needed a break, so I had to go on listening to you. And the challenges with the contractors is obviously right up my alley because I've done a lot of rehab. And it is a problem. And one of the challenges that we found is that some of these contractors, if they already have a lot of work, what they'll do is they'll raise their price on the next quote.
So I thought about that because I thought about that because I'm thinking if you don't want this job, you should just say you don't want this job. But he was at my quad probably for a good 45 minutes taking measurements and looking at everything, and then comes up with this insane number. And it was just like, if you don't want this job, just say so.
It wasn't a matter he didn't want the jobs. He has jobs already lined up. If your job pays more, he will push one of those other jobs back.
Right.
So if you're willing to pay the price, he'll put you up front, but he's going to overquote the job so he makes sure that he's going to make more money.
Yeah, that actually makes some sense.
Yeah, but
it
just really went up.
But I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, Dennis.
It's just really
in about a year, all these contractors are going to be running really slow. I already had contractors who 3 years ago, I had contractors who I used, and I haven't heard from them since. All of a sudden, I'm getting phone calls from two of the contractors saying, "Hey, you got any work for me? Hey, you got any work for me?" I'm like, "Where you been for 3 years?" "Oh, I've been so busy. I've been so busy. So why do you need work? Why? Nobody's calling me anymore." I'm like, "Okay," and they're not bad. There's two different. There's one reason that nobody calls is they stink, but the other one is that they were just so busy. So now what's going to happen now is that's going to slow down, and the contractors are going to come back to earth, and you're going to get better prices, and you're going to get your job done. Hey, Dennis, I got a question for you on the floor you're putting in. So you said you're stuck in the closet, right? I actually wasn't going to make that joke. You laughed and Debbie laughed at the same time. I wasn't making that joke. I actually was going to talk to you about flooring in the closet, actually. Well,
this is one of those jobs where I wasn't sure what I was going to put in there for flooring, and I went out and looked to see what I had already, around, and I just happened to have some 3/4 inch pre-finished oak flooring.
Okay, there you go.
That's what's going in the closet.
So you're just putting that in the closet only? You're not putting it in? You're not putting in the whole room?
No. The room's going to get. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the room at this point. That's up to discussion at a later date, depending on where we go with it. But this is my last rehab.
Is that going to look okay with the? I mean, because usually my stuff flows nice. Is that going to have a problem with the flow?
Normally you would. I would try to do that, but you know what? The closet door's closed. How many people open up the closet to check to see if the floor is the same?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not really overly concerned about that.
So clearly I'm a woman and I like to make sure everything matches and looks nice.
All my closets still have the original pink carpet from when the house was made. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
Deb probably makes sure that the closet is painted the same color as the room. All right, that's my closet gets painted whatever color I happen to have left over from another job.
All
right, Dennis. So so we're gonna take a commercial in just a couple of seconds, but real quick, I don't even know what you're doing anymore. I realized it's Dennis Klein, who's like a real estate investing legend, and I don't even know what you're doing anymore. But if you want to plug something, go ahead and plug something.
Well, I'm really just teaching. I'm still teaching. I'm teaching the brokerage courses and the licensing courses and the appraiser courses for CE. So I'm doing that, but mainly just semi-retired like you, and just doing whatever falls out of the sky. A lot of consulting work with attorneys, believe it or not. We're doing a foreclosure over in Egg Harbor Township, 2.5 acres. So that's going to be interesting. That'll be up on the market.
Cool.
I'm not buying it. I'm foreclosing on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
That's an interesting story on how I acquired that, but that's one of those situations where It's what you know and how to maneuver around things. Because I had somebody that defaulted on a contract, sued him. He was a flake. He was just a bad person, and defaulted on the contract. Ended up suing him. Didn't show up in court. Got my judgment. Filed the judgment. Now, as you well know, the court doesn't pay you. Okay, you got to go find his pocket. And come to find out that he had owned a property over in New Jersey that was a private mortgage being held on it. He had not paid the mortgage in over 6 months.
Oh no!
Wow.
So, yeah, being the entrepreneur that I am, I contacted the mortgage holder and asked him if he'd be interested in selling the mortgage. It was well below the fair market value of the property,
as it should
the corner
be.
property. And I've already got the approval from the Pinelands for a 6-unit subdivision.
Wow!
There you go. So now you can help Dr. Deb make her little 4-unit house.
There you go.
There you go. You do whatever you want. So because I now own the first mortgage and my judgment behind it, we're now foreclosing on the property. Should hopefully get it back in another couple months.
Wow, good for you. That's great.
All right, Dennis. Two things. One is I got to go to commercial, and if you're listening, I told you I was going to do the Chat GPT. I was going to create a new intro, having Chat GPT create that intro. So during the commercial, I'm going to program that in, and I'm going to read it to you when I come back. But also, we need to talk. You have my numbers. You have my cell phone number. Call me. I want to talk to you because I want to get you in the school and give you have you give some of your great knowledge because you're awesome, man. But I got to run. I'll talk to you. I love you calling in. Thanks, buddy. I'll talk to you in a while. And let's go to a commercial, and I'll come back with what Chat GPT tells me to talk about. This is Larry Steinitz with Investor Schooling. Are you afraid of the Great Reset? Well,
all right, Larry, do you want to play all the commercial spots?
Play 4.
You said play 4?
Yeah, just play 4. That'd be enough.
Okay.
Unless I need more time. And even the basics of cryptocurrency.
It don't matter. It's up to you. I mean, if I play 4, you will only have 30 seconds left.
Oh, no. Then play 6, I guess.
You want to play all of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Larry Steinitz, and you have probably heard my radio shows and listened to my great advice on how you can make more money and pay less taxes. Well, I just finished writing a book on all things I teach at Investor Schooling and on my radio shows. This book is called Money Hacks, and you want a copy of this book, and you can pre-order this.
And when we come back from this, you can take it all the way to 59.
Okay, thanks. Money Hacks by Larry Steinitz, wherever books are sold, and come see me at Investor Schooling. This is Larry Steinitz from Investor Schooling. Are you tired of being broke? If you're tired of being broke, go to investorschooling.com, sign up for a complimentary class this Thursday, and learn how not to be broke. That's right. Go to investorschooling.com and sign up for a complimentary class this Thursday. And if you have any questions, you can call us at 215-876-3002, 215-876-3002. Go to investorschooling.com, sign up for this Thursday, and learn how not to be broke. Investorschooling.com. This is Larry Steinitz from Investor Schooling, and I'm so excited when our students do well. Listen to this student and listen to what he has to say about Investor Schooling.
I sold one of my properties last October, doubled my money, and what I did, I invested into another property and then closed on a refi, and I wrote myself a check out for $118,000.
That's awesome. I'm so excited. And if you want to find out more about Investor Schooling, go to investorschooling.com, and we will see you Thursday night, and we will help you any way we can. This is Larry Steinitz with Investor Schooling. Are you tired of the Biden economy? Do you want to learn how to thrive in the Biden economy? Because we're going to teach you that this Thursday night at Investor Schooling. So go to investorschooling.com and sign up for a complimentary class this Thursday night and learn how to thrive in the Biden economy. You can also call us at 215-876-3002, 215-876-3002. Tell me you're tired of inflation. Investorschooling.com. We will see you Thursday. This is Larry Steinitz with Investor Schooling. The opportunity to retire with a great big real estate portfolio is coming quickly, and you want to learn how to do it. We all know the downturn is around the corner. What does that mean to you? You need to learn how to take advantage of this opportunity.
15 seconds.
Properties with absolutely no money out of your pocket. Can it be done? Yes, it can. Can you learn how to do it? Yes, you can. Go to investorschooling.com and find out how you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday. Investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Investor Schooling Live. I got to tell you something. As I promised you, I was going to type into Chat GPT. Now, I want to tell you, I've gotten to understand how to use this, and a lot of people don't understand how to use this yet. Once you get it, it's really good. So here's basically what I said. And all I did was, can you write a radio broadcast intro with the following, discussing real estate, stock options, finances, and the call-in number is 855-939-1137. Okay. That's all I put in.
All right.
And it produced this, and I'm like blown away. All right. You
read
ready?
Read it.
You ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your number one source for financial intelligence. Get ready to talk about real estate, stock options, and all things money. You're tuned into Investor Schooling Live, where we empower you to take control of your financial future. And now, here I am, Larry Steinhaus. Hey, thanks and welcome to Investor Schooling Live. I'm your host, and I've got a lot of action-packed show for you today. We'll be diving into the ever-changing world of real estate, exploring the ins and outs of stock options, and uncovering the secrets of mastering your personal finances. But remember, we want to hear from you. Our call-in number is 855-939-1137. Give us a call, share your thoughts, and let's get those money-making ideas flowing. We're here to answer your burning questions and help you make sense of the financial world. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and join us for the next hour as we navigate the road to financial success together. Investor Schooling Live starts right now.
It's pretty good, actually.
It's awesome.
That's really good. That's really
It's
good.
awesome.
So,
I'm like, you got to be kidding me. This is this good.
Maybe you should replace your intro with that one.
I'm probably going to. It's amazing, right?
That's really pretty good.
That's the intro that it wrote for me. Now, all I did was say, can you write a radio broadcast intro with the following, discussing real estate, stock options, finances, and the call-in number is 855-939-1137.
Joe likes it too. He's like, it's a new radio intro.
It's amazing, right? So, by the way, if anybody wants to call in, guess what the number is? 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. So that was ChatGPT writing the intro for the show.
That's pretty good.
Well, writers are going to be out of business.
No. There's some.
You're only saying that because you're a writer.
I am a writer.
I know. That's why you're concerned.
Oh, well, I think there's the type of writing I do has to go through so many different types of reviews that I don't think that GPT can do all of that.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? Like but
you never know. It might be able to. Hey, Sean, come on the air for a second, Sean. Sean's our producer over at PhD. Yeah. What did you think of about that intro?
I think it was really good.
It was,
honestly,
right?
It got me sold. So it got me to the point that, you know what, I want to invest. So I'm going to call it Investor Schooling. So it was really good.
That's amazing.
That's funny. That's
so
great.
Are you playing with ChatGPT at all, Sean?
Say that again?
Are you playing with it at all, ChatGPT?
He's going to now, I think.
No, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, okay. So for you guys who don't know what it is, literally look up, go to Google, Chat G as a girl, P as in Peter, T as in Tom, Chat GPT, open an account. It's free, right? Now I have the pay for account, which the pay for account just runs a little bit faster. That's all. Okay. And it also, when there's so many people on it, they give you first priority, and it's only $20 a month for that. But it's free, and what everybody does with it is they all do the same thing. They do a Google search with it. Find me the nearest restaurant. And that's not what you do with this.
I just had to write
letters.
I just had to write a proposal for something. I wonder if I could say, do this, and this, and say, write my proposal.
I promise you can.
Yeah.
Just put in the basic information, and then here's the cool part, right? So you can actually go back, just like it's a human. And the best way to work with this thing is like it's a human.
Yeah.
So you go back and you say, so let's say this. Here, let's do this. Let's say I want to add to this. I'm typing it as I go. Add to the intro.
We got to teach you how to type the right way.
That our special, what? I know. I can't type. Our special guest is Dr. Deb Anderson, right? And let's just see what it does.
All right.
I'm not even sure. I'm not even putting any information in just to see what it comes up with to add to that intro. So it does the same thing. It's coming with the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your number one source, blah, blah, blah. Same exact thing. But I want to see what it does.
Okay.
What it does to change it. All right. Come on. remember, it's rewriting everything again because it actually writes the whole thing. It doesn't just go poof. It just actually writes it word at a time, which is kind of neat.
Okay.
Yeah, it actually writes it word at a time.
I actually saw this.
Here we go. Wait. Here you go.
This is funny.
Here you go.
I'm a huge fan of South Park, and they actually did a parody of this type of episode of the. I didn't know that this was real when they did Chat GPT.
Oh yeah, it's definitely real.
Oh
yeah.
Last week.
So remember, I gave it no information, right?
Okay.
So it's right, but it's wrong. So it says it adds a paragraph in the middle. But that's not all. Today we're thrilled to have special guest joining us, Dr. Deb Anderson, a renowned expert in the world of finance. She'll be sharing her invaluable insights and answering your questions to help you navigate the complex financial landscape. Now, if I would have said you were a real estate expert or if you were working on a real estate project, it would have been able to come up with it better. But it guessed that if the show's a financial show, you must be a financial expert.
Okay.
So remember, I put in nothing. All I did was put in add to the intro that our special guest is Dr. Deb Anderson.
Okay.
It assumed the rest. So it's pretty neat. It's actually pretty scary.
It's not bad. Yeah. I wonder if it does any kind of search, on that. You know what I mean?
No, it can't. It can't search you, and it can't search me.
Okay.
In fact, the interesting part about it is it's not a search. It's it's an AI, so it's kind of guessing. Like that's what it just did. It figured you're on a financial show, you must be a financial expert, right?
Okay.
So it's kind of odd how it works. Now, there's some information it can do. Like I asked it to look up some case law for me the other day because I was suing somebody. I asked it to look up some case law, and it found all the case law, which was kind of neat too.
So it does. It can still pull from the internet.
It can.
Pull
But
from it.
so what I said, like find case law on whatever, and it gave me the case law. Then I said, hey, can you narrow it down to having, this, and this? Boom, and it found that. And then I actually had to write a letter to the attorney and also the defendant, and the letters were great.
I think I read those. You sent them to me, right?
They were
I think
great.
I read
Yeah,
them. Yeah,
exactly.
They were pretty decent. Yeah, they were pretty decent.
Right. In fact, I had to put that in front of an appeals board, and you know me, I would be like, you effing blah, blah, blah. You better give me what I want. Where I write these nice, polite letters. I would appreciate it if you blah, blah, blah. Which is the difference between what ChatGPT wrote and what I wrote.
Yeah.
So it was kind of neat. And now I'm putting that in front of the appeals board. And the appeals board is like, well, this guy must be a nice guy.
Yeah. And and now I'm not your editor anymore because all this stuff comes out pretty clean, actually.
Yeah, it does come out pretty clean. Yeah,
comes out pretty clean.
Yeah. So I would try it. I'm curious to see what you do. Anyway, if anybody wants to call in, our call-in number is 855-939-1137. Give us a ring, share your thoughts, and let's get those money ideas flowing.
I love it.
855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. Hey, I could be an announcer, couldn't I?
You could. You know what you should do, actually? I think you should talk a little bit about the money multiplier.
A money multiplier. That's a really good idea. So I asked ChatGPT to explain it? No. Okay.
No.
So we actually have an event coming up May 20th, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, May 20th. It is. May 20th. We do this about 4 times a year. And we actually missed the first one because we had some technical issues. So this would normally be the second one, but it's actually the first one of the year.
Yeah.
So on May 20th, we're going to do something called the Money Multiplier event. And this is an event where we bring in a bunch of guest speakers talking about things that, we don't normally talk about. Some of it is insurance related. Some of it is putting money away for the future related. Sometimes it's IRA related, and bringing in experts. And if you want to go to this, it's $97 for the day, and it's an incredible price, by the way. If you want to sign up for it, the number 4, mmw.com, the number 4, mmw.com. So you type in 4mmw.com into your box, your URL bar, and you'll be able to go. And I'm telling you right now, it's worth it. It's worth every dollar. Every time anybody ever goes to it, they say great things about it. In fact, if anybody's listening and you've ever been to it, give me a call, 855-939-1137, 855-939-1137, and tell us what you think about it. Now, I got something else coming up.
What's up? Oh, you should talk. Yeah.
Yeah, next Thursday. Well, that's I don't know if we get into that one. I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But I got something not this Thursday, the following Thursday.
Yeah.
I have an attorney coming.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, from a prominent law firm, Stern and Eisenberg, great attorney, right?
Okay.
Steve Eisenberg is going to be coming next Thursday, not this Thursday, next Thursday.
Okay.
And he's going to be talking about estate planning. He's going to be talking about trusts and LLCs.
Okay.
And if you remember, I make fun of attorneys all the time.
Yeah.
Right? And I do. I really do. I mean, and it's funny because, I'll go see an estate planning attorney, and I'll say, guess what? I put my properties in trust. And they go, why do you do that? And I explain it to them, and they go, oh, that's a really good idea. And I'm like, well, don't you know this idea? So this is one of the. And it's probably happened twice that I found an attorney that actually knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So I said, "Hey, I put my properties in trust. Do you know why?" And he rattles off all the reasons, and then he goes, "But you should do this too." And I'm like, "Huh?" And he starts schooling me, and I was like, "Wow,
Oh, that's great.
This guy knows what he's talking about." So he's actually rewriting my estate plan, which is not much different than it was.
Okay.
He just added another step in it, which I didn't know, and he's going to talk about that step next Thursday, plus putting properties in trust, and plus all the benefits to LLCs, trust. And guess what? You could come to that class for how much, Deb?
It's free.
It's free.
It's completely
so
free.
You can even sign up right now, and it's okay. You can sign up right now, and even if you go to the next one, it'll say you're signing up for this one, but don't worry about it. And so that you go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com. And you can sign up for that class, investorschooling.com. We got Rob from New Jersey. What's up, Rob?
Oh, yeah, thank you. You said call up with any questions or anything to talk about finances. How about the bank situation this week? We're all familiar with it, but I have a concern about it.
Okay, good. What's your concern?
They're talking about the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I wonder if you could do one of two things: either put your windows up, or pick up the phone and talk directly into the phone, because it's really a lot of noise.
Gotcha. There we go.
It's better, but okay. All right. So what is your concern about the banks?
All right. Okay. No, well, what concerns me, I was watching CNN last night, and Wolf Blitzer, and he was interviewing at the end of the show. He was interviewing Susie Orman with her opinion about the banking.
Right.
And she said, "Don't worry. There's different ways of covering your balance." And she said, "But what concerns me is that, and you can open up several accounts. What concerns me is that if it comes to that, another run." She said the 2008 rush, there were 400 banks that were going out of business.
I don't think it's 400. I think it was like 150. I think it was something like 150, but I don't think it was 400.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but you ready for this?
Okay.
So two banks.
Anyway,
One bank went out of business, SVP, right? And another bank, First Republic, is possible, right? But I actually don't think it's going to go bad.
Yeah.
I actually think it's going to be fine, but it's going to go bad. So there's really nothing going on here that's not normal, except for the fact that the news needed something to write about.
Yeah.
So two things. One is, what are you doing watching CNN anyway? And the other one, and the other one is, look, remember, any news. I don't care if you're watching CNN. What? What'd you say, Rob?
Just to get news.
Yeah, I mean,
there's nothing else. Where are you going to get it?
You want to get news from CNN? Listen. I'll tell you what. This is what you do. Read a comic book.
I get it. Huh?
Read a comic book, and you'll be able to get better news than CNN.
MSNBC, CNN, or Fox. That's it.
I know.
You don't get news.
Right. But either one, and I was going to say this.
My concern. Okay. My concern is that if it came to that, people, they have to cash it. The Fed has to cover the balances of 250. What's it going to be worth if it comes to that? It seems like the next time the bank fails, don't worry. If we have another recession, the federal government will cover all deposits. But if they have to cover all those deposits, what's $250,000 if we have a minimum amount? What's that going to be worth? Nothing. And then now we're in a problem because the money isn't worth it.
Are you ready?
So I would think the solution is stockpile gold in Fort Knox or something.
So you're close. You're very close. And actually,
the gold standard.
Have you listened to our show before?
Oh yeah, all the time. On Saturday, yeah, I go head down to.
Yeah. So what do I tell you? Buy silver, buy gold, and buy what else?
Yeah.
Bullets.
Platinum. They're talking.
No, bullets. Bullets.
What is it?
Now bullets. Now you don't need to have a gun. Seriously, you don't need to have guns to buy bullets, right? The bullets will become. So what will happen is if the entire economy in the world or even the country collapses, the three most valuable things will be silver, gold, and bullets. And obviously water and food, but that's different. But silver, gold, and bullets. Now bullets won't necessarily. You don't have to shoot people, but you can sell the bullets because there's other people going to be out there shooting people. So just understand that this is going to be an incredible. But that's like But again, that's zombie apocalypse stuff.
Another good thing to get is peanut butter, stockpile food that you can store at room temperature.
Yeah,
peanut butter. Peanut butter is one of them.
Yeah, no, I've gone on to some of these places, and
you never
I have
know something's going to happen for a week.
Yeah, I have food containers of stuff, whatever freeze dried food. But I don't expect to ever use them. I don't expect to ever have to worry about my bullets, and I don't expect to ever have to go buy milk from my neighbor.
They're expensive. They cost a lot. You got to put up ID. They cost a fortune. I mean, who's gonna? I don't know. You gotta. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
But hold on. But I'm gonna let you go so I can. I'm gonna let you go so I can talk about. Hold on, Rob. I'm going to let you go so I can talk about the banks and what I think is going to happen, because I think it's actually a really good topic. But I appreciate you calling in. You're awesome. But remember that we're on the air, man. You and I can have a conversation anytime you want by coming to Investor Schooling this Thursday. Go to investorschooling.com. Come this Thursday, and you and I will have a private conversation. And don't tell him I'm away this Thursday, because that's a good time for him to come in, because he talks too much.
Come in this Thursday, Rob. Come in this Thursday.
No, just teasing you, Rob. All right, so let's talk about the banks, because I really want to talk about that. So SVP goes bad. So you guys don't know, Silicon Valley Bank went bad. Now, Silicon Valley Bank, it was a small bank, but it was a very popular bank, and that was probably part of the problem, because it was so popular because all the tech people used that bank.
A lot of tech people
right.
used it.
So that's why that's why it's so popular. That's why it's so newsworthy, right? Now, the Fed stepped in, and you're insured to $250,000. First of all, I'm going to tell you right now, if you have $250,000 in a bank,
there's a problem.
You deserve to lose your money.
There's a problem.
No, you don't really deserve to lose your money, but,
but
that's a major problem. You cannot have $250,000 in a bank. It does not belong there. Yeah. You should have it in different places. You should have it in real estate. You should have it in gold and silver, like we talked about before. But you should also have it in different funds, different places. You should spread it out, because it's going to be much better for you. If you have $250,000, then you have money to invest, and you should invest in different places. Yeah. Life insurance is a great place. Matter of fact, we can talk about that at the money multiplier. Life insurance is a great place to tuck money away. You can actually use the cash value of life insurance policy and put extra money into it, and you could tuck money away. It's protected from so many places. Taxes, it's protected from the government, it's protected from bankruptcy.
So just make sure you let people know that it's not just like a traditional Joe Blow life insurance policy.
No, absolutely not. Okay. So it's a specially designed whole life insurance policy, but I mean, I could sit here. It takes Brent Kessler 3 hours to describe it.
No, I know,
right?
but I'm just
and
saying
I can't do it in 5 minutes.
I know, but I don't want people to go to their local Allstate and say, "Oh, I have $150,000. Let me put it into."
That's another thing, right? So a lot of people hear about this and they go to their regular life insurance agent who has no clue. About. They have no clue. But we're not life insurance agents. I don't make any commission selling life insurance. I just teach money, and one of the things I teach is how to use life insurance to do these things. You want to come to the Money Multiplier, you go to 4mmw.com. That's 4mmw.com, the number 4mmw.com, and you can actually sign up for this class. It's a full day event. We even feed you, so
we even feed you.
You'll enjoy it. It's a really great day. You'll get to meet some really smart people. Dr. Deb will be there. Brent Kessler will be there. I'll be there too, but I said something about smart people.
There you go. It was actually a Money Multiplier that I went to before I was a student that made me realize that there was so much stuff that I didn't know that made me join the school. Oh, you mean something like my book called Money Hacks with the subtitle, Because Everything You Think You Know About Money Is Wrong? Yeah, I know. But when I first saw Brent Kessler, I'm like, because I remember saying, this thing is all day long, I'll be home by noon. You know what I mean? I had no intention of staying. And then when I saw the first presentation, I remember calling back up and saying, yeah, I'm going to stay here for the rest of the day. And I'll see you later. So there was so much that I didn't realize I didn't know. And that was what propelled me to join the school.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. And it's funny, you're not the only person who said that. Yeah. There's a couple other people. Actually, Paul, when he started working here, said the same thing. Yeah. He actually said the same thing. So a lot of people, they come to that and they really understand what we're doing. Because I can't, 2 hours on a Thursday night, you come and you see the style in which I teach. Yeah. I call it edutainment, because it's very entertaining and it's very educational. So it's edutainment. So this is the style in which I teach, the style in which Dr. Deb teaches, and we have fun. But when you go to the Money Multiplier, you really will learn a lot in a day.
Really learn a lot in a day.
It probably take most people weeks and weeks and weeks to find all the people that we bring in to learn from. And you know me, I don't care. Nobody speaks on my stage unless I trust them, and know that whatever they're teaching is accurate and real.
Yeah.
And I don't get paid by these people. Every once in a while, a couple of people will sponsor, they'll buy lunch or something. But I tell people, these guys bought the lunch because I want to make sure that everybody understands that I'm doing this for the education, not for the extra money. I don't need it. It's not my thing. As a matter of fact, one day I'm actually going to close investor schooling and make more money.
So just so you know that the website address is
which one
for the money multiplier?
Right. Yes, it's 4 mmw.com. 4mmw.com.
You forget that you need to plug that.
I forget that I need to plug everything.
Yeah, this is why I'm here to keep you back on track.
By the way, how can people get a free class?
Oh, you just show up on Thursday, or you could sign up.
No, don't tell them to sign up.
Sign up on Thursday.
Yeah, go to investorschooling.com.
Okay, so don't show up. Just sign up and then show up.
You can still show up if you didn't sign up.
Yeah.
But we prefer if you sign up just because we know you're coming. So when you walk in, we go, "Hey, who are you?"
And then we're prepared for you.
Yeah, exactly. So investorschooling.com for the class, 4mmw.com for the money multiplier, and I'm telling you, that's great stuff.
And we have a guest speaker coming in this Thursday.
Oh, so we have a guest speaker coming in this Thursday because Deb and I are going to actually be in California. And the following Thursday, I'm telling you, if you ever said, "Hey, I'm waiting for a really good class," that's the one. That if you show up for that as your first class, you'll be very, very happy. Now, all the students will show up, of course, but you'll get all that information for free. Now, remember what we do, because a lot of people don't even know what we do. We let you come to one real class. It's a real class. It's not a sales pitch.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we tell you, leave your credit card home, come back with it on Monday, and then we. I made Deb laugh. No, but we really do. On Thursday, we tell you, don't bring your credit cards because you can't buy anything. I mean, you could come to us. We've had this happen. We've had people come at the end. I don't care. I'm going to sign up right now. I'm sorry, you can't. Yeah. And the reason you can is we want you to see what else we offer, which the next thing is the mastermind on Monday. And on the mastermind on Monday, we will absolutely talk to you about becoming a student after that. Now, we got about 45 seconds. You want to say hello, Mom? I'm sorry. You want to say hello?
Mom?
I know. Always throw something at me after the show, will you?
I'll throw some at you now.
I know, really.
No. I look forward to seeing everybody next week. And I encourage you to sign up for the Money Multiplier because I think it's going to be a great event. I'm really looking forward to it. And I don't know. I think that's it for me.
Sounds good. All right. So I want to thank, of course, our awesome producer, Sean. He did a great job, and he liked ChatGPT, and I bet you he's going to sign on to it real quick and learn all about it. And I'll tell you, I'm going to use some of this intro next week. It'll be a little bit of fun. Actually, we're not here next week. There'll be a repeat next week, but that's okay. So, of course, if you want to go to investorschooling.com, you can sign up for a free class right now, investorschooling.com. And you can also go to 4mmw.com for the money multiplier. I am so excited. We will see you in 2 weeks, and Steve Eisenberg will be there. Go to investorschooling.com.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling. All opinions.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, buddy. Talk to you soon.
I appreciate it, man. Have a good